just checking that I'm going live. I scheduled it and I haven't done that before, and I think it's going live. It's telling me that I'm going live. So if anybody out there is receiving me going live, just let me know. I'm here this morning, Deborah Jane Sutton, doing her mini card readings, free mini card readings on this Facebook Live. And I have a list of people who I didn't get round to last week, and I'm hoping I will be able to get round to this week. If you're watching and you would like a free mini reading, please leave your full name and your date of birth in the comments section, and hopefully I will get round to you. But no promises, I'm afraid, because it depends how many people are on. So, just checking. If you can hear me, please let me know. If you can see me, please let me know so that I can make sure that my settings are all okay. Nadine Marie, good morning. Excellent, thank you for that comment. It could be quite lonely doing Facebook Lives if no one's commenting, actually. There could be loads of people watching because I can't tell how many people are there, or there could be nobody. So it is kind of a weird situation. It is a weird setup. Okay, so I'm assuming, Nadine, that you can see me and hear me. So that is great. So, okay, I've got messages now that other people can see me and hear me. So brilliant. In which case, I want to say good morning to all you beautiful souls out there. And I'm really hoping, hello, Jessica. Oh, bless you. Hello, Rodriguez. Hello. Oh, wow. Okay, I've got people on. That's cool. Okay. So, yeah, good morning, beautiful souls. And just to let you know, I'm going to be doing these mini card readings. But if you do want a more in-depth card reading, usually my card readings, I say 10 plus cards. Usually I do the Celtic Cross, which is 10 cards, but very often more than one card comes out for each point. So that's why I say 10 plus cards. And usually because I talk so much and because there's always so much to say, it goes on for an hour or so. So they're personal, they're private, and you can connect with me on a one-to-one to have those. I've cut my prices in half during lockdown. I've got a cut prices in lockdown policy going on, and my full personal card readings. I have just got to turn my phone off. My full. Oh dear. That's a rookie mistake. I won't make that one again, hopefully. Okay, so yeah, rookie mistake. Switch the phone off or turn it down. Okay, so what was I saying? Yes, my full card readings are only 25 euros at the moment. They are literally only 25 euros at the moment. They're usually 45, and I've slashed them to 25 during lockdown. Okay, so you're all at home wanting to know what's going on. Get yourself a full, personal, in-depth, private, with intuitive coaching on all sort of energy concepts and spiritual lessons and things like that. You can do that for only 25 euros. But back to today. So if you are into cards, I do my weekly cards on a Sunday. I post them on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can catch them there. Okay. Now, I just wanted to put a reminder out. These are the people that wanted card readings last week, and if they're live this week, if they're with me this week, then I'm happy to do them first. So if Lydia Lundry or Ross Williams or Honda Ufkir or Mary Mulcahy are online, I see that Nadine is. or Tracy Ann Higgs are online, then please let me know, because I have got your details here and we can start off with you guys. So, no further ado. Good morning, Gemma Ford. Let's dive straight in. Although having said that, I've just thought of something else I want to share very quickly. I just want you to know that when I'm doing cards, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know on some level, okay? Because the thing about cards is it's all just triggering your internal guidance. And what happens is your internal guidance is coming from your higher self, which is vibrating at a higher level. So when we're in this physical body and we're living in this physical world, we're vibrating at quite a dense level. And that's why often we can't hear our own intuition, or we can't hear our own inner guidance. But on some level, because obviously we are energy beings, and we're not only third dimensional, we're fourth dimensional, we're fifth dimensional, and we've got lots of 5D energy coming in, and we're raising our vibrations all the time. And that's why it's important to raise your vibrations, because the more you raise your vibrations, the more you can hear the higher frequency inner guidance that your higher self has for you. And that's why when you do cards, it often resonates with you, and it's not telling you anything that you don't already know, but it's like it's confirming it to you, because you've got kind of like your lower density self talking to yourself, but you've also got a higher density, a higher frequency self talking. And this is a way of tapping into that higher frequency self. So I'm now going to focus on Nadine Marie Whelan, 25th of January. Okay. Now, the first card I pull is, as I said last week, it's usually the issue at hand. So let's see what the issue at hand is. Okay, for Nadine. And it's quite brave of me to do card readings in the climate that we're in. Because obviously there is a lot of fear, and there's also an awful lot of loss going on. But I just want to talk a little bit about loss, because I look at everything from an energy perspective. Now, this is for you, Nadine, but it is for everybody as well, the general concepts. Because I look at everything from an energy perspective. We've got energy cycles that are finishing and new energy cycles that are beginning. And the energy cycles that are closing are ones that are not serving us anymore. And I know that sounds a bit harsh if it has been a human who has gone. And obviously there's a lot of humans leaving the planet at the moment. That's why it's such a sensitive subject. But it's not just the humans leaving. We've got a feeling of grief among most of us, because our lifestyles changed. You know, our habits have changed, our working patterns have changed, our relationships have changed. Everything has changed. So there is a little bit of grieving going on for everybody in some way or another. But this is the card. Let me show it to you. Okay, it's the 5 of Cups. Cups is your spiritual, emotional, and intuitive suit. And you can see this guy, he quite clearly looks like he's grieving, and he's looking over these 3 cups that have fallen over. And he's basically mourning his losses, which obviously we want time to mourn losses. I understand that, and to respect and appreciate and process any grief that is coming in. This could be different jobs, it could be all sorts of things, and it can be physical death. You know, there's people we love, you know, that are leaving the planet. So, you know, it is a time of mourning, but it's a time for putting that mourning into perspective. Because if you look at this picture, you can see, and it has come up quite a lot lately, this picture, this card, you can see that behind him are 2 standing cups. You know, all upright and emotionally fulfilled and spiritual and intuitive and all ready for him, but he can't see them because he's not looking at them. He's focused. He's got his attention and his focus on what he's lost. Okay. Now, so what the message with this card, Nadine, is turn around and have a look what's coming in. So things are changing for you, big changes, and there are some changes that are uncomfortable for you, and there are some changes that you're feeling like you've lost something. Okay, but what I want you to understand is that turn around and have a look at what's coming in, because what's coming in is always going to take you to a better place. You always have the potential to go to a better place. And so when you've lost something, if it's really, I mean, I don't know what it is that this is focusing on that you've lost, whether it's a person or whether it's just a way of life or a way of working. It could also be a way of thinking, you know, because when we expand our consciousness, we change our belief systems. And often we create our ego around what we believe. And we create our identity around what we believe. And then when we raise our vibrations and we expand our consciousness, we suddenly don't believe these things anymore. And so suddenly we lose part of who we were. But that identity is very much attached to our ego and not our higher self. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If it does make sense, yes, it feels totally weird. Okay, yeah, there's oh, sorry, I'm just reading the messages now. Thank you so much, Nadine, for commenting. Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Okay, Nadine, not surprised at all to see that card come up. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm glad that resonates with you. So what I want to say, though, also is, yes, it is about turning around and realizing that what comes in is going to be greater than what you already had. It's a bit like, if you really want to put a positive spin on it, it's a bit like the universe is trying to give you more. This is on an individual level and on a collective level, because the world, the universe is trying to give us more, okay, of what's going on. Look at the world at the moment, okay? And there are so many aspects, you know, whether we're talking about education system, the banking system, the political system, you know, whatever it may be, that can be improved. Let's be honest, they can all be improved, okay, and they can all have more positive intentions. They can all be founded on more loving intentions, more, you know, and so basically, it's like pulling the rug out from underneath you. It's like you've got to collapse everything, lose it in order to build again, but to build again this time from the heart. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because that's what we're doing on a world scale as well. And it's happening on an individual basis, obviously, because the world is reflecting our individual selves. So basically, what I want you to do, Nadine, is to look, turn around and embrace this new energy coming in. Give thanks and gratitude for everything that you have and everything that has served you up until now. But these are things that are not serving you anymore, because you're going to a higher place. I think what happens, another point I need to make, is that we all have so much more power than we realize. And it was Marianne Williamson that said, we're not scared of our fear, we're scared of our power. And we're all stepping into such powerful people that obviously we've got to be shaken up a little bit first. And obviously we need to get rid of what isn't serving us. So turn around, embrace the new energy coming in. And it's your affirmations, your gratitude, you know, healing, all this kind of stuff. I mean, your yoga is perfect for all of that, obviously. Let's have a look at the second card, because the second card I pull is what I call what's enhancing or hindering the main issue at hand. So this is your main issue at hand, is what you've lost, and you're focusing on it. And what's come up as what's enhancing your situation is the Queen of Wands. And she's absolutely wonderful and amazing. And what I want to say with the Queen of Wands, Nadine, I keep going to the wrong side because I'm back to front. The Wands is the physical action in the physical world. It's the physical manifestation of your thoughts. It's your consciousness is turning your energy into form. Okay, and that's what this is about. It's about the 3D physical world and your actions within it and your manifestations within it. And she's a queen. Okay, so she's queen of what she's doing, and powerful. She's very feisty. She's very determined. She's quite impulsive. She's very intuitive. She's very active. Okay, and so what's enhancing this is exactly what I've just said. Look at what's coming in. Okay, and use that new energy coming in. Now you're really lucky in the fact, Nadine, totally makes sense. Good, I'm glad, because I want to roll here with this one. And I'm going to focus on your yoga as well, because yoga is such a blessing. Anyone that doesn't do yoga out there, you really need to start. And Nadine would be a good place to go to when you're in Javier, because yoga is going to help you heal. We often want to have a cry on the yoga mat, don't we? As much as we want to laugh and have joy on the yoga mat. And also you're releasing a lot of trapped energy and trapped emotional energy, which can also be belief energy as well when you're doing yoga. So, but this is about taking action with this new energy coming in. So meditating, obviously, but also taking action. Any inspirations you get, it's difficult in lockdown, but any inspirations that you get to do anything, don't stop yourself. Don't say, oh, but I can't do that. That's not good for me. Because with this high vibrating energy coming in, you've got new opportunities, and they're going to be higher vibrating opportunities than you're used to, which means you're not going to feel comfortable doing them. Are you with me, Nadine? You're not going to feel comfortable doing them. But you're not going to progress and grow staying comfortable. Let's be honest. That's called comfort zone. You don't grow unless you step out of your comfort zone. We all know that. Look, I'm doing Facebook Live. That's an example. I'm practicing what I preach. So I hope that makes sense for you. I hope that makes sense for you, Nadine. Mourn your losses, but understand there's a bigger picture. And I also want to say to you, Nadine, don't forget that things happen for you, not to you. Okay, you're not a victim of these losses. These losses are helping you move into the new, higher vibrating you. It's actually all good news, although it just doesn't always look like it at the time. So I hope that helps, Nadine. So lovely to see you here this morning. Feel free to stay tuned in, because often the advice for one person is the same as the next person, obviously, because we're all connected and we're all experiencing this influx of energy coming in. And something I want to say about that as well, the energy coming in, is a lot of people are on emotional roller coasters at the moment, feeling high 1 minute and, loving the love. We're really swinging between the love, that's being felt in the community and everything, to fear, and swinging everywhere in between. And one of the reasons, if you're feeling low at all, I want you to really honor that, because a lot of people we instinctively heal. This is a time for healing for everybody and everything on the planet, okay? And it's a time for healing. And what happens with the healing, the way it works, is when high vibrating energy comes in, the lower vibrating energy gets released. It's like when the light comes in, the darkness leaves. That's exactly what it is, okay? So with this higher vibrating energy, you can get a little bit high on it. And that's why we're all having this inspiration and these ideas and stuff. But also, because it's releasing the lower vibrating energy, which will very often be the fear, the anxiety, the grief, it will be these lower vibrating emotions. As those emotions that you trapped within you leave, you're going to feel them, obviously. So if you are feeling low, don't cover that up and sort of like pretend that you're not feeling low, because then you're just going to keep them trapped. You want them to leave. So you want to help them on their way. And the best way to help them on their way is through gratitude. Gratitude is like a catalyst. It's such a positive energy. And if you can give gratitude for the healing. So, back to Nadine's situation, if, when you're grieving and you're having a good cry, that's good. But if you can express some gratitude for the healing, it will speed up the process of releasing the negative emotions. And also it will elevate you to a higher level quicker. It really is. That's why gratitude is such an amazing energy. So I hope that helps as well. Okay, I'm just making little notes as well because I like writing notes. Okay, let's put these back in, and I'm going to shuffle the cards again. Oh, I'm glad that was helpful for you, Nadine. Mwah, 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 mwah. Lots of love to you and your little one. Thank you so much for being here this morning and for commenting and for letting me work with you. Such a blessing. Oh, Suzanne, thank you for the heart. That's lovely. Okay, I'm going to go now because she's here online with me, is Tracy Higgs. And this is such an honour and a blessing for me because Tracy and I crossed paths. I don't even want to say how many years ago it was. And blessings for Facebook for getting us back in touch. So lovely to see you here, Tracy. I hope you're still tuned in. You said hi, Deborah, earlier on, and you did give me your date of birth last time. Hi, Gabby. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Tracy Ann Higgs. Sorry, I do a lot of talking. Water is really good for helping you process emotions, by the way, and also for helping you access your higher frequencies, just so that you know, water is really good. Okay, here we go then. Tracy, are you still here? Hey, so lovely. Hi, Tracy. I have absolutely no idea what's going on in your life at the moment. It was so many years ago, but here we go. Cards just popped out as I focused on you and put my energy on you. And wow, this is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Actually, Tracy, this is one of the best, well, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. It's the Three of Cups. Okay, now I don't know whether you're familiar with tarot or not, so I'll just explain. As I said with the last one, cups are your emotional, spiritual, intuitive suit. Three is the magic number. These are like, you know, look, three women all enjoying each other's company and celebrating. And look, they are surrounded by so much harvest and joy. And this card is reasons to celebrate. And I'm so glad that it came up because so many people, you know, are feeling, you know, the negative effects of what's going on. Whereas actually, when you look at it from an energy point of view, and I've already explained about, you know, things that are ending or things that needed to end, and this high vibrating energy coming in is giving us the opportunity to move, to expand further into who we are, and not just us, but the world around us is also going to have an opportunity to expand into something with greater integrity, something with greater, more divine intentions. So, you know, we can really create, we can start to create the world that we want to create, you know, heaven on earth, the new earth, or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, for a lot of people, it is a time for celebration. And on a personal level, this is about something in your family to celebrate. In fact, this is also sometimes a pregnancy card. If when I'm doing a full spread, if there are other cards coming up, it can be some kind of fertility. If it's not a baby in the family, it could be the birth of a new idea leading to a business or something, a new creation, you see. It's a creative card. It's about a new creation. So I don't know whether that resonates. It could be a new business or something that you're celebrating getting off the ground, or it could actually be an actual child coming into your family. But whatever it is, it's reasons to celebrate. And these are your soulmates. These are like your closest, your nearest and your dearest. You've got things, really lovely things to celebrate here. And I'm going to pick another one to see if we get any more clarity. Does that make sense for you, Tracy? Let me Just scroll down, see if I can. Okay. Yeah, so there's something to celebrate, something going on, and it's you with some soulmates. So whether these are friends or it's your family, but you're working together, and this is really a time for joy. You're really seeing the joy in the changes that are happening at the moment. That's what it's about, and you're really focused on this new creation, whatever it is. I have been discussing a business with my two daughters. Well, there you are. That's you discussing your business with your two daughters over a few glasses of something, I think. That's what this is. So I have been discussing a business with my two daughters. Perfect. Well, the fact that this came up then, that business, whatever it may be, it's a divine idea, okay? Listen to your heart. I mean, it's fantastic to have the support of your two daughters, but really listen to your heart. Because remember, as humans, as mere humans, we've all got limiting beliefs. Your heart has no limiting beliefs. Your heart knows how powerful you are, okay? So this is about listening to your heart and going forward with it. But the thing about a business is it's not just like, oh, I'm going to go forward with it. You've got to think about how you're going to go forward with it. And you've got to make sure that you go forward. If it's a heart-based business. So therefore you have to listen to your heart. Your heart has to become your manager. You know, your decisions are made in meditation, not in conferences. That's what it's all about. But then all three of you can meditate and then get together and discuss, you know, what's come to you. But you can feel, you're going to touch base with your heart and feel the way to go forward with this business. I'm going to pick another one just to see what's enhancing or hindering this business. And it sounds interesting. So Tracy, you must let me know and keep me informed, because I love this idea. And the other thing is we really are all getting an opportunity to go self-employed at the moment, and to find new ways. Oh my goodness, this card did you just see that? This card literally just fell out. And look at him. He's the King of Swords. Wow. So he's completely enhancing this. Tracy, this is amazing. Now, swords are your thought processes. I was talking about limiting beliefs, wasn't I? I was talking about your heart doesn't have any limiting beliefs. Well, the King of Swords doesn't have any limiting beliefs. You know, the swords are your thought processes, your mental processes, and it would include your beliefs. Okay, and he's the king, and here's the transformation, you see, because he's got no limiting beliefs, he transforms, you know, and he's really powerful. Okay, and he's the king of positive thinking, not just positive thinking. He's the king of having his thoughts, controlling his thoughts, understanding his thoughts, because we create our reality with our thoughts. And so he understands all of that. And sometimes, you see, when you're feeling your way to making decisions, what I want to say, like in a business, you've obviously got decisions to make. What I want to say is just close your eyes and visualize. If you've got two choices, just visualize yourself doing one and then drop into your heart and see how it feels. And then visualize yourself with your eyes closed, taking a breath, doing the other action, whatever the contrast action, and then just listen to your heart and see which way, you know, you can visualize it like pretending you're in the situation, you know, and then just see how it feels. It's like trying on clothes and seeing how they look. Try on through your powers of visualization and imagination. Try it on and just see how it feels. And your heart will tell you what kind of decisions to make. But this is good because this is showing that you are releasing you're releasing your limiting beliefs, and you're not going to listen to the I can't do that, I can't afford it, you know, what will people think of me? They're always the ones that hold us back. I'm not good enough, all that rubbish. Okay, so this is powerful. So what's enhancing your situation is your power of thought. So I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that. So when you get to a crossroads in your business planning, I want you to just think about the power of your thought. Choose to believe beliefs that serve you. I've always said this about beliefs. It's not about whether they're true or not. It's about whether they serve you or not. You know, not thinking you're good enough, for example, doesn't serve you, does it? So think you're the best, because that will serve you. That will take you forward. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tracy, for being here this morning. And I hope that resonates with you. Good luck. It's clearly going to be a success as long as you keep your positive thinking and release all your any limiting beliefs. So good luck with that, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, Wanting. Good to see you on here. Thank you, it does. Okay, good. I'm glad that resonates with you, Tracy. Brilliant. And lots of love to you and your two daughters, who are obviously helping you celebrate. And if I was with you, I would too, with a pina colada. Okay. Excellent. So, knocking out the energy, putting in some new energy. Is there anybody else? Those of you coming, I have got people on here from last week. So Lydia Lundry, if you are here, just let me know. Mary Mulcahy, if you're on, let me know. Wanda Colby Wondersea, if you're on, let me know. Lucy Spilkova, if you're on, let me know. Huda Ufkia, if you're on, let me know. And Margarita Soriano, if you're on, let me know, because I have your details from last time. Otherwise, anyone new from today, can you please leave your full name and date of birth for me to do a reading? Okay, that would be great. So, Rossa Reyes, yes, you can have a reading, but can you please leave me your full name and your date of birth? Hi, Vivi from Norway. Excellent, lovely to see you. Hi, Ray Louise, thank you. And Mikey, thank you for the hearts. I love you too. Excellent. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, give me your date of birth and I'll do a reading for you too. Hi, Sandy. Good morning. Gemma Ford. I'm there. Gemma Ford. I'm going in order. It's a first come, first serve. That's how I'm working. Okay, so Gemma Ford. I'm going to just write your details down here, if I may. Claire Willis. Hi, Claire Willis. I've just seen you pop up. Gemma Ford. Okay, here goes, Gemma. All right, can we have some? Oh, Gemma, it just fell out. I love it when that happens because it really shows that the messages are meant to be coming. Okay, so what I was going to say was, can I have some spiritual lessons, energy concepts, intuitive guidance, however you want to call it, for Gemma Ford. Okay. 13th of August. Right, what's in, right, here we go. So this is a beautiful card. This is the one that fell out when I was when I first said your name. It's a beautiful card. It's a major arcanic card, which means it's really powerful, and it's justice. And you can see he's got the sword, upright sword. I'm on the wrong side of the card again. Upright sword, which is always a good sign because it means that beliefs and thoughts and mental processes are all going in the right direction. But this justice card, it typically means it's about balance, obviously. It's about reaping what you sow. There's a message of reaping what you sow, and there's a message of karma involved with this because obviously you reap what you sow, right? And also you can see he's got the scales in one hand, okay? And it is about fairness. It's about understanding choice and consequence. All right. there's a little bit of facing up to the music with this card. Now, I don't know you, okay, so I don't know what's going on. If there are actual legal cases going on in your life, this is a really positive card. It means that they will be dealt with fairly and in your favor. I mean, that doesn't mean not to the favor of the other side, but they will be dealt with fairly and in a just way, which will be good for you. Okay, so it's a really positive card in that way. If it's not about a legal situation in your life, it's about you reaping the benefits of what you've been doing. So if you've been investing a lot of time, energy, money into a new direction, it could be a business or a hobby or into something in your life, everything's energy, right? So if you've been investing energy into something, you are going to get the returns. Okay, it's that kind of a card. So it's nice. What it's saying is that you're basically now, because the new energy is coming in, it is all to do with this new energy coming in, because it's like it's giving you a leg up. So this could be like a business or something that you've had on either on the back burner or you've been working at for quite a while, and you might have been getting quite despondent about it because it hasn't been making the progress or the money or the achievements that you've been wanting it to. But this card is coming to say, yes, everything that you've invested, it is coming to fruition. It is coming. You know, what you have sowed, you've planted these seeds and they are growing now. And this energy coming in, it's almost like they're taking these seeds that have been germinating for far too long and like, ooh, letting them completely sprout and flourish. So that's what I'm getting with this card. I don't know if that resonates with you at all, but it's like, hang in there, because all the good's coming now, and you deserve it, and you've been working really, really hard, and now justice is there. So I think it's got a lot more to do with that. So let me know if that resonates. The other card, the other card that came out, and I do shuffle. You saw me shuffle. Everybody saw me shuffle. I'm live on Facebook. Everyone saw me shuffle. Okay, because look what you got with it, Gemma. Look what you got. You got the Three of Cups as well, which I've just been saying to Tracy. And it doesn't surprise me, actually, that similar cards come up time and again, because obviously, you know, we are all responding to the same energy. What we actually do with it is different. And that's an individual human thing, but the actual energy coming in is the same for everybody. So that's why the same cards can apply and the same advice can apply to everyone. A lot of people ask me, you know, I do the weekly cards. If you're into your cards, I do weekly cards on a Sunday, and I post them on Facebook and on my YouTube channel, which is also called Deborah Jane Sutton. A lot of people ask me, how can the cards resonate with everybody? And you've done them a general reading. That's exactly why and how, because, you know, the energy coming in is the same, but what you do with it on an individual basis and how you interpret that on an individual basis is personal. But so anyway, this is really, really good news, actually. So I hope you can, oh, it is a bit, yes. Okay, so it's something to do, it might not be a business, Gemma, it might be just a project or something, but it's going in the right direction, and it's, I mean, they can work, this is a positive card, but just so that you know, what you reap is what you sow, obviously is karmic and works negatively. Obviously, if you know, put bad energy out there and do bad things to people, that will come back to you. So it works on both levels, but it's not just about businesses. It's because it's only us that divide energy into business, play, money, health. You know, we divide it up, but the energy is energy, and what you do with it is up to you. You know, it's just a case of you accessing your higher energy, how you use that. You know, we divide things up, you know, into work and play. You know, really, when you raise your vibrations to a higher level, work and play are the same thing. You know, I mean, I remember thinking this when I first started teaching yoga. It was like, oh my God, you know, I'm going to work, but I'm actually doing something that I'd rather do than not work, if that made sense. So, you know, when you start listening to your heart and following your heart and following heart-based projects and heart-based businesses, you enjoy it so much that you don't actually differentiate between the two. So this is a fantastic time to celebrate for you, Gemma. This is really about reaping what you have sown positively and then celebrating because of it. So yeah, that's really good news. And this is all about creation. Remember, this can also be a baby in the family. And that could be other seeds that you've sown, I don't know. But there is something here about celebrating the success of something, if that makes sense. So, okay. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is it's basically celebrations. It's time for joy, but Cups is the intuitive, spiritual, emotional suit, and it's a card of emotional fulfillment. And you can see all the harvest and fruition around these ladies, and they're completely celebrating and enjoying themselves. So this card is about celebration and with soulmates, with people that are on your path with you. Okay, 3 being the magic number, but it is also a card of creation. So if I was doing a big spread and there was more creative cards, they're what we call pregnancy cards. And if there's a lot of them come up, then we can be more sure. But as I'm only doing a quick reading, but this card is one of the pregnancy cards as well. But you've got to look, when you look at things energetically, you realize that the pregnancy card is actually just the energy of creating something new, and we often refer to our businesses as being our babies. You might go and adopt a dog or something, and we can refer to them as our baby, but it's a new project, it's a new relationship, it's a new way of using your energy and expressing your energy. So that's what I mean by creative energy. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Either way, Gemma, it's good news. It's something that you've been working for. Something that you've been working for is coming out in your favor. What you've been sowing, you can reap now, and celebrate. So it is lovely. So thank you very much, Gemma. I hope that helped on some level. I'm just making a note of them. Okay. Hello, Julia. I just saw you pop up. Oh, it does make sense. Oh, bless you. I'm glad it makes sense on some level. Maybe, but at the end of the weekend, you'll go, oh yeah, that's what it was. Very often that happens with cards. People often go back, oh yeah, that was mentioned. So good luck with it. And thank you very much for your comment. Thank you, Gemma. Okay, I'm putting them back in the deck, and I'm knocking out the energy and knocking in. Hi, Julia. Hey. Okay. Now I've been talking a lot about raising vibrations. Just to let you know, tomorrow at 11, so Sunday the 19th at 11, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live, a little bit different. I'm going to be doing raising your vibrations with the emotion code. The emotion code is the emotional healing modality that I use. And it's completely changed my life in numerous ways. You can check out my blogs on my website at deborahjanesutton.com to see how the emotion code has completely and utterly transformed every area of my life. And I'm going to be talking about the vibration and frequency of emotions, and talking about the emotion code, what it is, how it works, and how it can help you raise your vibrations at this time of awakening. So if you're interested in that, tune in at 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to hopefully do a demonstration as well. I'm going to have to play that a little bit by ear because it's a little bit more complicated than reading cards. But hopefully it will work. I'll be doing a demonstration. And if I have time, I will be able to do demonstrations for people that comment as well. And also you can always catch it on the replay or later on. If you want to know about the emotion code and how it can help you raise your vibrations. Okay. Oh, I love the motion code, emotion. Hi, Ray Louise. Oh, cool. Okay. My friend achieved so much healing with the emotion code and the body code. Me too, Ray Louise, me too. Honestly, amazing. And obviously loads of clients of mine as well. Oh, cosmic kisses to you too, Julia. Excellent. So yeah, Ray, you can tune in tomorrow for well, you obviously know about the emotion code, but thank you for your comment. Now I need to come back up because I said first come, first serve, and I'm a bit worried that I'm missing comments. So excuse me looking gormless at the screen for a moment. Just making sure. Here we go. Okay, Ray Louise. I'm a newbie. You're a newbie. I'm a newbie. This is only the second time I've done Facebook Live. So we could be newbies together. Okay, Ray Louise. Here we go. Okay, Renee Griffith. Okay. Excellent. Here we go then. This is for Ray Louise, who I don't know, but it's lovely to meet you, Ray. Okay, I'm shuffling the cards and focusing on Ray Louise, 13th of December. Do we have any spiritual guidance, energy concepts, or intuitive guidance? But, whoa, one fell out and another one fell out. Oh, did you see that? Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oh God. I'm so glad I'm live and you can see me shuffling the cards because we've got the King of Swords again, and the King of Swords has only just been out with the last person. But okay, Ray, I don't know whether you've used tarot, how much you know about the tarot and the cards. I have a slightly different take on it anyway because I look at everything as energy and I see everything from an energy healer's point of view. So when I see the King of Swords and I see this transformation, I immediately think of thought processes and I think of your mental processes and your beliefs. That's all part of the swords. That's all part of your fourth dimensional energy body. Your beliefs. And I think it's important. I think beliefs are coming up a lot at the moment because of what I've said before about us all having an opportunity to expand further into who we are, and we're expanding further into who we came here to be. We're all stepping into our purpose a little bit more. We're all realizing that there's more to life than the one that we're living. This is the message for you at the moment, Ray Louise, but it's for everybody as well. There's more to life than the one we're living. And it's this realization that the power lies within you, always has. So when things haven't gone right, it's taking responsibility for that, getting yourself out of victim mode, right? That's the first step in this awakening, realizing that it's your energy that creates your reality. So, and you have control over your energy because you choose the thoughts that you want to think. I mean, it's not just the thoughts that you want to think. Obviously, it's the food that you put into your mouth. It's the exercise that you do. Obviously, it's the whole lot. But you've already talked about the emotion code, Ray. And the reason that's so brilliant, of course, is because it's releasing low vibrating emotions from your body, which raises your vibrations. And that's what it's all about. Because by taking out the negative energy and putting in the positive energy, see, I see it so simply. For me, it's such a simple concept. I think of our bodies as a vessel, and we're a mishmash of energy, positive and negative. Although, yeah, a lot of it. What I want to say there, I'm going to have a little sidetrack here. What I want to say there is that a lot of our thoughts and our emotions. We do choose them because you might have an experience. I like the example of two siblings, two young siblings. Father leaves home. One thinks it's an absolute relief and is filled with joy, and the other one is completely devastated and feels completely abandoned. Two siblings, same event, completely different take on it, completely different, their thought processes. One thought it was good, one thought it was bad. Shakespeare said there is no good and bad, there is only your thinking. So something bad happens, you've got to remember it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you to help you awaken into more of who you really are. Self-realization is the key to healing and the key to expanding your consciousness. So the more you can realize about yourself, and we realize more about ourselves when we have traumatic experiences, when we have I'm going to say the word bad, but when we have these difficult, challenging situations, that's when we really dig deep into our spiritual reserves. That's where an awakening happens more often to people. All the people that have near-death experiences, they have these sudden awakenings, don't they? A lot of people will just awaken slowly, in nice manageable chunks. That's what it's all about. So actually, when you get to a certain stage, you look back and you think, well, actually, if this bad thing and this bad thing and this bad thing didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am. So they're not bad, are they? It's just your thinking at the time thought they were bad. So this is what he's all about. He's all about the thinking and the thinking that you choose to put on it. So when you perceive something as being bad, change your thinking. Was it Wayne Dyer that says, if you don't like what you see, change what you look at. If you don't like what you're looking at, change the way you're looking at it, or something like that. Again, change your thoughts. Because he has a book called Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, or he has a workshop or something. Change your thoughts, change your life. But you can choose how you think about things. And so many of our thoughts are connected to our beliefs, aren't they? And one thing that we're really realizing now is that our beliefs are literally going out the window, because we've been so conditioned by, not just by parents who were doing their best, but working on the knowledge that they had, and our school system and our society. We've got all these beliefs, and we really need to start questioning them, because it's all about you and what you want to believe and what you choose to think. So, but this is the king of thoughts, which tells me, Ray, that you are already very good at thinking positively and transforming yourself through beliefs. You mentioned the body code, and in the body code, it's got a thing about broadcast messages, which is basically the messages that you energetically put out to people, like, I'm not good enough, if you broadcast these messages, then you're going to receive situations whereby you don't feel good enough. You're going to have it confirmed to you, because your outside world is a reflection of what's going on inside. So that's where changing your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, is so empowering, especially when you learn to love yourself. Because obviously, when you learn to love yourself within you, that's going to be reflected in your reality outside, and then you just find yourself surrounded by so many lovely people. That's how it works. So let me know if I'm on the right track at all with you, Ray, because this is all about your thoughts. Yes, absolutely. I'm literally feeling this message in my body. Excellent. I'm doing subconscious healing sessions at the moment. It's shifting so much. Brilliant. It's all about perception. Hi, Mylene. I've just seen your message. It's all about perception. We perceive our reality as we choose to perceive. Exactly. And Elisa's agreeing with us as well. She's saying totally. So Ray Louise, that's why this came out first, because you are doing subconscious healing sessions. Well done. Brilliant. Thank you for that comment, because it does obviously make me feel a little bit more in the flow when I know that what I'm saying is being picked up. So Ray Louise, this is about that. And I have got a second card though, which is funny on the tail of that, but you are doing the subconscious healing sessions at the moment. With healing, it doesn't happen like this. Healing is like a spiral, okay? And there's layers. I've been working with limiting beliefs for years, and yet I surprise myself with my own limiting beliefs and releasing them. And I'm like, wow, the depths at which these beliefs can go. and they never cease to amaze me. Now, your second card is the Seven of Swords. Now, traditionally, he would be someone that you cannot be trusted in your environment, someone that's deceitful. But because I'm an energy healer, and the way I normally the way I normally interpret this, and it's definitely the case for you, Ray Louise, is this is like you stealing your own beliefs. You know, it's like I feel like he's picked up all the positive beliefs and he's running off with them. It's like, you know, the message with this card, it's not that you're not trustworthy, but don't trust all of your beliefs. What is it they say? Don't believe everything you think. That's the message with this card for you, Ray Louise. Don't believe everything you think, but it's fine. I mean, it's good because you're going through this healing, this subconscious healing, and that's exactly what you're doing, releasing beliefs and thoughts that you had that are no longer serving you. For you, they're no longer true. Okay. Hi, Gabby. And so for you, they're no longer true. But you've got to remember that beliefs are personal. What's true for one person isn't true for someone else. And what do they say? 144 sides of truth. You know, truth is within your truth. What's true for you? Okay. So this is about, about catching that. This is all part of the process. Yes, you're there. You're doing the subconscious healing. It's great. And you know what happens when we do this healing, right, Ray Louise? Because obviously you've learned all of this because you understand about perception and that how we receive our reality. You've got all of that. So what happens when we've learned something? So this is you, Ray Louise, having learned this new, these new concepts and really letting that knowledge and that understanding penetrate into all your 50 trillion cells. Okay. So what happens when we're on that learning path? It's we then get tested. Okay, now what's interesting, some people might say God tests us, some people might say, life tests us. I don't see it that way at all because you are your own universe and it is all about you. So I see it as we're like little teenagers learning the highway code or learning for an exam, and then we're going up to our parent and saying, oh, test me. I've been studying this. Can you test me on it? So what's happening is you're learning all of this one with this subconscious healing that you're doing. So then the higher part of you, so you may not be aware of it, is now asking for testing. You want to be tested on it. So what happens is they'll give you a situation, the universe will bring you situations whereby you can actually put into practice, you can actually apply this new expansion of knowledge. You can apply this new expansion of consciousness that you have now. You can apply it to your life and see it, how it's changed your life. You get to see how your life is transformed with these learnings, with this expansion of consciousness that you're experiencing. You get to see it manifested into your life by having these moments to practice. Does that make sense? That's what I see this card as meaning. These are your moments to practice. So something will come up and you'll be able to deal with it in a different way, deal with it in a higher vibrational way, and that's brilliant because that's where the transformation lies, and you're obviously well on your path of awakening and expansion. Ray Louise, thank you so much for your comment. Great, thank you so much. Great, thank you so much. Mutual gratitude there. That's always lovely. Thank you, Ray Louise. I'm just making a note. Okay, amazing reading. Thank you so much. Thank you. Seven of Swords, I also see as a breaking free of swords too. Definitely. Well, definitely, because you could also, yes, as we would see, he could also be taking all your limiting beliefs and running away, getting rid of your limiting beliefs and just leaving you with some positive ones, although these swords are going down, which is usually a sign of negative. But what I see it as being is he's collecting the negative beliefs and running off with them. He's going to come back and get these limiting beliefs and run off with them because you've got this power. You've got the power of thought to help you go forward. So, yeah, exactly. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are we doing? Okay. Let me go down the list so that I don't. Oh, thank you for the flower, Mylene. Thank you. Hi, Nicole. Okay, so let me see. Okay, the next person, because I am trying to go in order, would be Sandy Beatty. Sandy Beatty, are you still with us? Are you still with us, Sandy Beatty? Okay. Hi, Liz. Sandy Beatty, if you're still with us, I'm just making a note. Okay. I'm not going to be able to fit everybody in today. I will make a note of people. So if you come back next week, the people that have written on this feed, I will respond next week. But if you're live with me again, because it's not quite the same when you're not live with me. So, but I will make a note. I did it this week from last week. So but if I can also remind you, anyone that's tuned in now, that hi Sandy, you're still there. Good. Okay, I'm doing you now. But if I can just remind you that a full 10 plus card reading which goes on for usually about an hour, with all the guidance and energy healing advice and stuff like that, with personal in-depth inner guidance and stuff, is only 25 euros at the moment. I've cut all my prices because of lockdown. So, you know, if you really want to have a personal in-depth reading, 25 euros is all I'm charging at the moment during lockdown. You can go to my website at deborahjanesutton.com and send me a message and we can arrange a full reading, okay? So I'm with Sandy Beatty, Sandra Maton. Okay, July baby. Okay. So, and I don't know you, Sandra. I see we're friends on Facebook, I know, but I don't know you personally, and that card wanted to come out. So we'll see what's going on. Is there anything else? And that card wanted to come out as well. I don't know whether you normally have tarot, whether you know the cards or not, Sandy. You do see me shuffling. We have this one again. We had this one for the first reading. The cards are going to keep repeating themselves because we're all in a very similar situation, obviously, with what's going on. So the Five of Cups, Sandy, this is, I don't know whether you were on the beginning of this Facebook Live. This, you can see, he looks like he's grieving, he's in mourning. There is loss here. There is loss here with the Three Cups. The Cups is your spiritual, emotional, and intuitive suit. And so there's loss here. Now, this could be a person. It could be a job. It could be, more commonly at the moment, it's a way of life, a way of living. And actually, very often, this is not, I keep focusing on this negative positive. There is no negative and positive. That's only the way you think about it. And I'm going to put a really positive thought, angle on this. As I've already said to somebody else, the things that we're losing are things that need to go because we're stepping into a higher version of who we are. And so therefore, our whole thought processes are changing. As we raise our vibrations and step into the fifth dimension, we're expanding our consciousness. When we expand our consciousness, our beliefs all change and our thought processes all change. And very often our identity that we've given ourselves is connected to like our ego, and it's connected to our beliefs. So as we expand in consciousness and change those beliefs and see the world through different perception, we lose very much of who we thought we were. Does that make sense? A lot of people, I'm really focusing on this now with you, Sandy, because I don't think this is I think this is loss of identity. I think there's, and that's happening for everybody. And I want you to see it as a good thing, because very often our identity is connected to our job, or being a parent, or being a husband or wife, or being the achiever of something. It's like, hi, my name's such and such, and this is what I do. We're defined. That's what I'm trying to say. Very often we define ourselves by external circumstances or by external things, objects, people, and we're losing that. We're losing the identity that we've lived with for so long, because we're really realizing as we step further into our awakening journey that we are pure love, that we are pure divine beings, and that we can create our own heaven on earth just by bringing that innate love into our heart. And we're really stepping the game up to a completely different vibration and losing part of who we thought we were. Does that make sense? Oh, I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm getting a little bit deep here. So, but I'm talking to Sandy now, so I don't know if that resonates with you, Sandy, at all. So there's some kind of loss, but this loss works on so many different levels, as I've said before. It could be people. We probably all know someone that's leaving the planet at the moment. But it is not just people. It could be also, as I said, beliefs, but on a larger scale. We're losing the way things have been working. And they may not have been working in our highest interest, but we still grieve when they stop working, like the school system. Hopefully we're going to have a massive revamp of the education system. In the meantime, parents, you've got to educate your own kids, which is back to basics, So there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of grief of our lives, of our routine. The routines that we've been used to really are very different now. I'm not sure if that's resonating and what aspect of the grief, but I'm just going to scroll down because I'm too far up now. I can't see what's coming. Yes, waiting, thank you. I have been feeling a little lost. Yeah. Okay. So that's what this is. That's what this is about. It's about feeling a little bit lost. And I'll tell you why there's the feeling of being lost is because you're realizing that the life you've been living is not the one that you really want to be living. And this situation, this world situation, is such a positive thing in one way, with one way of looking at it, because it's making us realize what is serving me, what do I want to maintain from the life I had, how do I want to change things, how do I want to move forward. And it's almost like we're having the rug pulled out from under our feet. But I want you to see the glory of that. I want you to see the beauty of that, because when you rip the rug out from under your feet and you go flat down like that, you can just start afresh on stronger, firmer foundations. It's all about the house built on sand versus the house built on rock. Okay, and you've got the opportunity to build your life again on more solid foundations, on more loving foundations. On more divine intentions, on more heart-based policies, with well-being at its core. That's what we're able to do. The other thing I want to say about feeling lost is, let yourself feel a little bit lost, because this energy coming in isn't completely in yet. It's going to be bringing you ideas and bringing you new ways of thinking and bringing you new inspiration, but let it come in. That's why it's a gift that we've got this time to sit and absorb it. We don't have to do anything. So Sandy, feel a little bit lost for a while. That's what I want to say to you. Just feel a little bit lost for a while. And let yourself, and just relax and listen to your heart, because that's what's happening. Let the things go. We're in the middle, right? What's happening is the old energy is going, energy that cannot sustain itself within this new higher vibrating energy coming in is going to go. And the new energy coming in is lifting us, but we can't see where it's going, right? And I always think of this as being one door is closing, but the next door hasn't opened yet. And I feel like you're on the landing. And I always want to say it doesn't have to be, or in the hallway, it doesn't have to be hell in the hallway. That's what a lot of us are in. It's like closing. These doors, they might be opening, but we can't see what's beyond there, and we're stuck in the hallway. But it doesn't have to be hell in the hallway. In fact, it can be absolutely heaven in the hallway. Make it heaven in the hallway, because this is your opportunity to learn yoga. It's online, free every day from people, read books, do all of these things that we haven't had time to, okay? And go wherever you feel. Go where limiting beliefs. The other day I wanted to watch a movie first thing in the morning, and I don't know whose programming it was, but it was like, you can't waste your time watching a movie first thing in the morning. You have to be productive first and then earn your relaxation, and I was like, whose belief is that? Where did that come from? It was obviously something I was brought up with, and I watched a movie first thing in the morning and felt fantastic and was super productive the rest of the day. So be careful. Don't believe everything you think. That's what I want to say as well. So yes, so Sandy, there is some loss going on. Let's see what. Oh my goodness me! I can't believe this. This is actually quite exciting because. Sandy, thank you for the heart, because I think I have hit on something here. Because here's your second card, which is the star. The star is one of the most positive cards in the tarot deck. It's a major arcanic card. Look how excited I am. It shows that you're spiritually guided. I always think flowing water is emotional fulfillment. Okay, but traditionally this is about fertile lands and paradise. And I translate this card as heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. And that's what we're doing. We're getting rid of this lower vibrating energy, thoughts, beliefs, businesses, education systems, way of thinking, way of being. Possibly there are some people that needed to pass. And don't forget, souls choose when they incarnate and they choose when they exit. Okay? It's only us that create our own suffering over these things. So there are a lot of people choosing, a lot of souls on a soul level choosing to leave the planet at the moment. But there are some losses and everything. But with just focusing on yourself, I don't know your situation, Sandy, but just focus on yourself. Do whatever you feel like doing. Like sometimes you don't want to move your body, and sometimes you just I've done it a couple of times, caught a yoga class and just really needed it at that time. Put your trust in the internet, just like surf it and go, what do I need? What's going to come up? Maybe it's a card reading from me. Okay, this is heaven on earth. And Sandy, you can create that yourself by creating a feeling of peace, love, and harmony within you. And when you can create that within you, then it will be reflected in the world outside. So collectively, we need as many people as possible to create their own little heaven on earth within themselves and realize that you are the creator of your own reality. And you know what it is? If you don't know what to believe and you don't know what to do, follow your joy. Just do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. That's the message with this card. That's the message with this card. And Jessica says, when you're lost, you can finally find yourself. If you're not lost, you don't go looking for yourself. Jessica, you are such a darling. Okay, so I love that. Word of wisdom from Jessica there for you, Sandy. It's basically, if you weren't lost, you wouldn't have a reason to find yourself. So excellent. And what was, I probably won't better remember it now. Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes it's in nowhere that you find yourself, or something like that. Anyway, I hope that helps, Sandy. Please keep in touch. I'd love to hear how you get on with that. So that's all for today, I'm afraid. I do love doing this. I will be doing it next Saturday at 11 o'clock Spanish time as well. If you want a personal reading, they're only €25 at the moment. Go to my website, deborahjanesutton.com. If you want help with raising your vibrations at all, my first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, is now available free to download as a PDF from my website. So go to my website, scroll down and download your book. It comes to you in an email. If for whatever reason, because I'm still working with MailChimp, it works most of the time, but if for whatever reason you don't receive your free copy of the book, then please email me privately and let me know, and I will send it to you manually. Okay. If you are in the emotion code and raising your vibrations and understanding the frequencies of emotions and how releasing your lower vibrating emotions is important for you, join me tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock when I'm doing a Facebook Live on raising your vibrations with the emotion code. And finally, for those of you that like your card readings, if you want to enjoy my weekly card readings, I post them on Facebook and YouTube on Sundays, and they are a general reading for the week. But you've already seen from today's activities that the same cards do tend to come up and do apply to different people in different ways. So that's how general card readings can still apply to you. So Sylvia's got your phone. Oh, bless you, Sylvia. Sandy, I think you've just encouraged me to step forward into my spiritual life again. Thank you. Oh, Sandy, I hope I have. That's what I'm here for, to spread a bit of love. There's all this love and fear going on, and really it's my job to just help you focus on the love, because you are pure love. And that actually is funny you should say that, because when we start loving ourselves, we obviously, the universe reflects that back to us, and we find more loving people come into our environment. And often people that they come to me and I'm like, I am that loving person that will love you heaps and heaps and heaps. So thank you for coming into my experience today, and thank you for letting me come into yours. It's obviously a reflection of your own self-love, and now that you've realized that that's how it works, you can really dig deep and get some more of that innate love and peace and harmony that resides within all of us. And I need to stop there because I'll get quite emotional. So thank you all so much. I've loved doing this again. I will do it again next Saturday at 11 o'clock Spanish time. So I will look forward to seeing you then. And I hope I can turn the video off, because last week I didn't know how to, and there was a whole minute of me looking gormless. So I'll see if I can not do that this week. If you want to join me tomorrow at 11, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you next week.